perfect recipe for success. Who would like to hear the perfect recipe for success?
Yeah, well,
Because everyone reads all the books, and if you put every book ever written about self-development, it would cover the face of the earth 10 books deep, truly. And every one of them would be saying the same thing, but making it difficult so that you part with your money. Oh, that's what you do, stand on one leg and tap your head. I know the bloke who invented EFT. I know the secret behind what that was all about. It's only about a different way of saying the same thing that people have been saying for years anyway. All those things are just to make it seem special. All you need to do is have focus. So, the secret recipe of success, as quoted by Uncle Croz, is this. Number one, you've got to know where you're going. Who knows where they're going? Who's got a vision for the future? Right, those with their hand up are delusional, and those with their hands down are telling the truth. But the people who put their hand up, unfortunately, you've got a vision of where you think you can go. Where you think, because you're limited by what you think you can achieve. Whether you admit that or not, that's the truth. You don't actually put in exactly what it is you want. So when you're creating your CMI in the future, okay, you've got to actually make it what you want, not what you think you can get. And it mustn't contain money, because our friend here will tell you, you can't visualise into the future what money's going to be worth. If you go back 10 years for £1,000, in a minute £1,000 will only buy a cup of tea. So if you put money in your vision, you're going to limit what you can achieve, okay? Because without getting too deep, what you actually put up here, providing that you've got faith and belief in it, that's what you're going to get. So be careful what you put in here, but make it what you want. And the only reason we put it 10 years into the future is for the simple reason, two things cause stress: time and money. And it's normally the lack of both, right? So they're the only things that can cause real stress in your life. Think about it. So I limit that, because if I said to you, make a vision, a clear mental image of what you want, and we're going to have it by Wednesday, you go, you start stressing, you see, because we're programmed there, aren't we? We start stressing because there's not enough time. How's it going to happen? We try and work out how's it going to happen. Right, we don't need to work it out. The only thing we need to do to start the process, change of pen, the only thing we need to do to start the process is make here where we want to be. Because most people are here thinking about this or something else, and they're missing now. Because they're so desperate to get somewhere else, and they say, do you know what? When I get hold of that few quid, or when this happens and that happens, I'll be happy, I'll be all right. You can't store happiness, you can't work towards it. You're either happy or you ain't. And unfortunately, if you're a miserable bastard now, even if you're given £1 million, you'll be a miserable bastard with £1 million, right? It doesn't change your mind, it doesn't change anything, the money. So you've got to make yourself happy now, okay? So important. Don't look everywhere else for a solution. What you've got now is all you've got any control over. Make sure you use it properly. So, you've got now where you want to be. You've got a destination, but the third thing that you've got to do is get rid of all the crap in the past. Because I get clients that come into me with their head in their hands and they go, I said, what's up? Bloody divorce settlements killed me. When was that? 10 years ago. What? You're still worrying about something that happened 10 years ago? Well, it was unjust. Man, what's happened's happened. We can't change it. If you can't change it, there's nothing you can do about it. You've got to move on. You've got to clear this. So there's two questions that you can always ask yourself. If you're ever faced with a situation that you think is going to cause you a bit of stress, right, ask two questions. Have I done everything I can? Is there anything else I can do? Now, if you answer those two questions and get a yes or no answer, right, forget it. Remember the picture about the stress? Ask the two questions at this point. Have I done everything I can? Because you will be given the tools and equipment to deal with every problem you get in life. Who's ever had a major problem in their life? Where is it now?
Dead.
In the past. So you've got 100% track record of solving problems, right? But everyone who comes into me, they say, what's your problem? Oh, thanks, Croz. Thanks a lot. Yeah. No, what you're saying is lovely. Look, it makes sense as well, but you can't help me with this one, because this one is the worst one. It's the biggest one. It's the highest one. It's the widest one I've ever had. There's no way around it. Rubbish. You've got 100% track record of solving problems, so don't actually visualise a problem in the future. Try and solve it now, right? Yeah. And drive yourself bloody mad. See, we're programmed wrong. You've got to upgrade what's happening up here, because you're in total control. But you're giving that control away, because you're trying to live in everywhere else other than now. Start living now, get rid of the rubbish in the past, okay? And if there's someone or something in your past, forgive them, forget it, right? It's got nothing to do with them, because most people say, no, I ain't forgiving him. I ain't forgiving him because what he did to me. No, it doesn't. It don't work like that. The forgiveness releases you. There's only one prisoner, and that's you. You're locked up. I dragged the problem round with me for 2 or 3 years. I couldn't get off the ground. I'd read every book written. I'd been to every seminar. I'd done everything possible, but I couldn't make it work for me, because I'm dragging the past round with me. A geezer nicked a business off me in Australia. Multi-million-dollar business. Right? I wanted to kill him. Every morning I was getting up with a mindset of, what can I do to him today? What can I visualise doing him today? Oh, let's rip his arm off and hit him round the head with this. What, anything nasty. So my day was being conditioned by something that had happened in the past. Ruining the day, right? Until I had a little kick right up the circle of fault, once again trying to work and solve things that couldn't exist, right, at night, and getting up the next morning and putting myself in the same mood, because I've got the same thing that I'm trying to solve that there's nothing I can do about. So if you've got a problem in the past, whatever it is, don't start thinking, oh, you know, because of what they've done. Release them, release yourself, because you are the prisoner. So
And we're singing all day. We're crazy. We're gonna live for today.